Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into, well, a really fascinating and pretty complex topic. We're drawing from a unique Korean source material.
That's right. And many of you, you're familiar with the basics of divine foreknowledge versus free will. But this text, it offers some really distinctive angles.
Yeah, revealing how these two concepts, which seem like they should contradict, might actually coexist.
Mm-hmm. Our mission really is to unearth how these big ideas, God knowing everything, and us having genuine choice, how they can kind of dance together without one just canceling the other out.
Right.
We'll look at what that means for, personal choice, accountability, even the nature of creation itself.
Prepare for some surprising insights, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Things that might reshape how you view your own decisions.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so let's unpack this central paradox right away. Our source says that God knew, even before creation, absolutely everything. Like, knew that beings such as hell, this key angelic figure who falls in Adam, knew they'd eventually, fall.
They knew the choices they would make.
Exactly. Despite knowing that with certainty, they were still created, still given free will.
Which immediately raises the question.
How? How can free will be real if the choices are already known? Doesn't that just mean it's all predetermined?
It's a fair question, and what's fascinating is how the source tackles it head on. It explains that God, in his wisdom, only permits temptations that creatures can actually overcome.
Okay, so the capacity is always there.
Right. The responsibility stays with the creature. The choice to sin or not, it's entirely theirs. And then, this is key, the text suggests God uses these choices, even the falling ones.
Uses them. How?
To complete creation, to show divine love, divine justice, especially through establishing the cross. It even says, look, if Hela hadn't sinned, someone else would have.
Really?
Or creation would have been completed differently, but purposefully. Think of Judas, too. The source uses that example. God utilized Judas's choice, but didn't force him, didn't compel the betrayal.
Utilization, not coercion. That's a critical distinction for accountability, like you said.
Absolutely vital.
But then the source goes even further. And this, I think, is maybe one of its most counterintuitive points. It says free will isn't just static. It gets completed.
Completed.
And specifically through the cross. What does that even mean for free will to be uncompleted? And how does the cross perfect it? It sounds like free will isn't fully free at first.
Yeah, it's a deep point. Think of uncompleted free will like raw potential, untested, left to itself, the source suggests, over time under pressure. It will inevitably falter, fall into sin. It's vulnerable.
Okay.
The cross, then, isn't just about paying a penalty. It's presented as the forging process, the thing that purifies and strengthens that will.
Like tempering steel.
Exactly. It enables creatures to reach a truly selfless love, loving God, loving neighbor, even to the point of sacrificing life itself, fulfilling what the text calls a divine limit of love.
Wow.
So it moves free will from being susceptible to being perfected, unshakable, truly free because it aligns with divine love.
That's a powerful image. Free will as something dynamic, needing refinement. Now, the source also says God provides grace, make sure temptations are survivable. But creatures can still choose to reject the grace.
Yes.
That seems tied right into Hell's story, doesn't it? And maybe our own struggles.
Absolutely. The text is clear. Obeying commands isn't about your own strength. It's not willpower. It's enabled by grace.
Love.
The main commandment comes from God.
So Hell's mistake was?
Pride. Hela, in this telling, mistook God's gifts, wisdom, grace, for inherent personal merit, and then used that perceived merit to try and rise above others, becoming an adversary. It's a warning,
Yeah.
Confusing the gift with your own achievement, rejecting the very grace that perfects the will. It's an internal battle.
So, okay, loop back to fairness. If God knows every choice offers grace, how is judgment fair?
Yeah.
If God knows I'll reject grace, isn't my fate sealed? How am I truly accountable?
Well, the source is very direct here. God provides a just, fair environment.
Yeah.
For everyone, across all time.
Regardless of circumstances.
Regardless. You can't blame your situation or the era you lived in. That core choice, accept grace or reject it. Love or trample others. Humility or pride, that remains personal. Accountable.
The foreknowledge doesn't remove the choice itself.
Exactly. It just means the choice, once made freely, was already known. Fairness lies in the universal chance to choose well within whatever context you have.
So, wrapping this up, what's the big picture here for us? This deep dive suggests a universe where God's foresight and our profound personal choice aren't enemies. They're woven together.
Intricately woven,
Yes.
leading to creation's completion and the perfecting of that free will.
Yeah.
The core message, I think, from this specific source, it seems to be that free will isn't just about making any old choice. It's about making the fundamental one, accepting divine love and grace, because that's what ultimately purifies and completes us, lets us reach our highest potential.
Right. That completion through love. Okay, a final thought for you to ponder then. If, as this source implies, God has already recorded every single choice you will ever make, how does that foreknowledge change the weight, the significance, maybe even the strange beauty of your free will playing out right now in this cosmic drama?